What's going on, Cowboys fans, man? Y'all excuse me for being a little sweaty, man. I just got done with a run, so I'm cooling off, man. So I just thought I'd make this video, man, before I hop in the shower. But, so look, let me tell y'all a couple things. Although we want a veteran, right, and we should trade for a veteran, the likelihood if it's a more than 2 years on that contract, they're not going to do it. You got to understand, right? They believe, and I believe, that the left tackle of the future is on this team, and that's what Let's Go. So we're just trying to develop him. And it's a possibility. Well, I'll get in that later on. But so your options is limited. Whether you pick up in free agency, get somebody out of retirement, or like I said, trade for somebody that has a year or two on it. And then you can go within. So let's look at maybe a couple options as I walk with you. Will Whitworth come out of retirement for another ring if he believes Dallas can get another ring? Possibility. That'll be ideal because we know that he still can play. Darrell Williams? Yeah, possibly. Eric Fisher? Yeah, possibly. Peters? Yeah, possibly. Look, the reason why I say some of them names is because you got to understand we're going to be a majority run first team. So all you have to do is just get some type of push. We're not asking you to block and pass block 70% of the time. We want to establish this run, and we need to establish this run, right? And then it's a blessing that it looks like Michael Gallup is not going on PUP, so therefore he's probably coming back sooner than what we thought. So there goes the explanation of why they didn't go in on a wide receiver. But let's get back to the offensive lineman because that does help with the protection of them not crowding. They have to worry about what's outside of us. But let's see, trade. I've heard Isaiah Wynn from the Pats. No. For what he getting paid, I'm sorry. And he's at right tackle. I mean, yeah, he could play left. But to take on something like that for a year, you thinking about at least bringing him back for another couple years. So, nah, I wouldn't do it. I don't see nothing wrong with Fisher. Because, look, if you want to run the ball, right, the reality of the situation is that you need to put Tyler Smith in at guard. So, having a vet next to him is ideal, right? Just as far as picking things up, just protection-wise, just things that, as far as odds-wise, that'll be beneficial to the rookie, right? You can maybe make a move like Dillard from the Eagles, but would the Eagles deal us something like that? Don't know. Would they want to do business with us? Most likely not. But I believe he has a year left on that contract. Your options is very slim. I believe you lost out on Dwayne Brown. I believe he's with the Jets now. So that would have definitely been ideal for this situation, even though he's always hurt. But your options is slim. Okay, let's look at within the organization. Do you put Tyler Smith at left tackle and Connor McGovern at guard? That's a possibility, but no. If we having problems with holds at guard and him trying to learn the position at guard and develop into being a guard, why would you go ahead and throw him into the fire against more athletic DNs, which he would be more inclined to hold no matter how good he is. And why would you want to somebody that you compare with? See, let him learn guard first, and then you can Larry Allen him, and if he ever had to go to left tackle in the future, he can. But you want him to master guard first, and right now he hasn't mastered guard first, so it's not ideal for you to do that with him. And then, like I said, if you're gonna have Tyler Biadasz at center, you need some power next to him. You can't have Connor McGovern next to him you know what I mean? You can't have that. Did you not see somebody without power next to him? How did that look? Yeah. Both of them was getting smashed on. Nah. Is it a possibility that Josh Ball can go there? Yes. Yes. Would that be ideal? You definitely would have to send help that way. But it could work. It could work. You got to understand, do you remember the swing tackles that we've had in the future? You telling me that Josh Ball is the worst out of them bunch? No. Regardless of what y'all think of Josh Ball, no, he's not the worst out of that bunch. Could you let's go there and just say, hey, develop as you go. We're going to throw you in the fire. We're going to baptize you in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. Yeah, it could, but you definitely would have to help. Would he be ideal? Would he be ideal in the run game? No, I think he would develop fast, though. But you definitely would want to see that man get stronger. But he's definitely a big boy and can move. And I definitely would like to see him develop, though. But it's a high possibility that, they throw him in the fire. Look, we've been knew Tyron Smith doesn't play complete seasons. You've been knew there's a possibility that he could miss the whole season. And this is what they got for us. Then they have to have confidence in Josh Ball. They have to have confidence in Matt Waletzko that he to develop. They have to have these type of plans ready. I know they are not that ignorant for them to just think that Tyron Smith will just maybe miss a few games and then they'll be able to have something, in return. They have to have the what ifs. I know they're not that crazy. I know they're crazy, but I know they're not that crazy. So they have to have confidence, even though we haven't seen it in the real game yet. They have to have confidence in these boys. Now, do you throw Terrence Steele in at left tackle and move Ball to right tackle? That's a possibility, but I hate having to maneuver two positions just to solve one. I would love to keep your strength a strength. And right now, that right side of Steele and Zach Martin, I would like to keep it like that. I would like to keep that center, Zach and Steele, like the way it is now. And I just like to just figure out the left side as we go. It may be bumpy as we go, but hey, it is what it is. This is what we signed up for. Are they throwing away the year? Or they just say, hey, we're going to develop. We believe in your talent. We'll believe that you'll develop by the half of the year, by week 8, we'll be on and rolling. Possibility. However, whoever you throw in at left tackle, he has to be able to get some type of movement off the ball. And I'm not worried about pass protection because we'll chip if we have to. We got Zeke there if we have to keep him fresh. We'll add a Ferguson next to him if we had to. And if push come to shove, you add another lineman right there. McGovern right there. Next to him in the run game to help get some of that push. I'm not too worried about pass protection. I just want whoever you throw right there to get some type of movement off the ball. And I believe if you brought in Fisher, Stevenson, I believe if you brought in a couple of dudes, they can get some type of movement off that ball to run the ball. Remember, we're establishing physicality. So the offense that you remember last year, that's not going to be this year. That's not going to be the case. So get that out your head. We definitely got to play totally different. It's going to help that Dak is going to be running the ball a lot more. We just hope that Dak is not running for his life. You know? So I'd rather keep the rookie there. I'd rather have Connor McGovern being able to, you know, be versatile and be able to sub in at all three interior positions and play fullback. I'd rather keep him free and just put the rookie right there and just roll with the punches like that. And I'd just rather you just go sign you Eric Fisher. And then push come to shove, roll with Ball. If y'all saying that Eric Fisher is not better than Ball, then Ball need to start. And you just need to roll with it like that. Yeah, I don't like it. See, people think he's played so horrible this preseason, and I disagree. Yeah, it's not ideal. You know what I mean? And we had this video before. You know, all of the weak swing tackles that we had. Josh Ball being cheap, and rolling with Josh Ball is probably the position that they would want to go. But now we talking a different ball game. Now we talking about him starting the whole year. That's a very different ball game. Do you remember the Brandon Knight and early Terrence Steele days? Do y'all guys remember that? So the position that we in now is definitely night and day. You remember how we baptized Terrence Steele? Now look at him. You might got to baptize Let's Go or Josh Ball. That's just the reality of the situation, y'all. You might have to go by committee. You might left tackle by committee. You might have to throw in Let's Go sometimes and Josh Ball sometimes. Maddox, probably welcome to the team. Some of the left tackles that you have right now is better than the tackles is right there. Because if it's not, how the hell did you not go make that move to bring one of them vets in? So evidently they think that what they got is better than what's out there. And trading is, and if you had your left tackle, if you believe your left tackle of the future was on his team, spending the high resources on a left tackle is madness. If anything, you spend maybe something low, a low draft pick or something, and roll with the punches for a year. Or maybe have him for 2 years and maybe have him, you know, just in case we may need him again. I honestly think Tyron Smith, it's a high possibility he done with. You know, it's a high possibility. His body just can't hold up no more. It happens. It's a big man. And I believe that his back definitely contributed to all of his lower extremity injuries. That's just the reality of the situation. But them are your fixes. And you'll know by this week what they're going to do. Like I said, one thing that they should not do is mess with Terrence Steele, leave him where he's at. He's an emergency tackle. Emergency. Yeah, it's an emergency right now. But you have 2-3 weeks to get this going on. So no. And then you keep Tyler Smith there. With Tyler Smith on down to Steele, your running game should still be effective. Just get you a left tackle that can just be okay. I told you, them days of you having 3 Pro Bowlers on that offensive line right now is done for. You have 1 future Pro Bowler, and you just have Zach Martin. But like I said, look at the Cincinnati Bengals. Look at the Rams. Look at the O-line. And you just go about it. You know, your solutions is on this team. Hopefully the center. Now, if the center, see, I think, to be honest with you, I think they're more concerned about center if that's going to hold up. That's why Connor McGovern will be starting at center. I think they've been trying to figure out their contingency plans for center. Even though, like I always say, I put it on the map that I believe in that man. But we'll see how it go. But you know, It is what it is, man. Them is y'all solutions, y'all. The reality of the situation is if you expect for them to go get them somebody elite, that's out the picture. It's either going to be fixed within, or they're going to pick up a free agent, or they might have found one of these tackles that's very cheap. They might have found one of these swing tackles on another team that was very cheap. But anybody over 2 years, and that's probably that second year probably got to be an option. Anybody over 2 years, don't even think about it. It's not going to happen unless they just don't believe in, well, let's go, which I highly doubt that. That man has the makings of a left tackle, a starting caliber left tackle. You just got to get him stronger, and you just got to develop him. That is your future. Just like y'all was upset about Tyler Smith, now look at you. Talking about, oh, he could play left tackle, but remember, y'all didn't want him. So just let them do what they do. You know, yeah, we frustrated and we like, damn, because, yeah, man, even though we always expected Tyron Smith to miss games, we never expected him to miss the whole year. So, yeah, it's like, oh, man. And then you do it right before the year. But better now than later. So, you know, I guess we got the Tyron Smith injury out the way. I mean, it's sad for me to say something like that. It may seem heartless, but that's just the reality of the situation. We knew that it was an inevitable that you were going to miss some games. We just didn't know how many. Now it look like you're going to miss the whole season because it don't make no sense to have a plan in place, you know. So I would think if y'all expect Tyron Smith back, then this is going to be the fix is going to become within the organization. Tackle by committee. If y'all think he's going to be back by playoffs, don't expect him back no sooner than like week 17 or the playoffs, and that's pushing it. For what he said, and for what I've talked to with other medical professionals, you pushing it. You pushing it. It all depends on how he heals and how he recovers and how he rehabs. He got to rehab like a mug. Yeah, all the technology that they got is very good, but you got to remember he getting a little older. So the older you get, the slower you heal. You know? So we'll see how this go, man. But y'all let me know in the comment section, man, what y'all think. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. We out.